Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. You can find us in Campbellville, Ontario. We have rescued chickens, pigs, and cows and goats. We've got plenty more farmed animals, big and small, all for love and love for all. Welcome to Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. Our mission is to inspire kindness and compassion for farmed animals everywhere. You can help us take action by volunteering or through donations, or visit our store and check out our website to learn more. Welcome to Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. Happily ever Esther Farm Sanctuary.
Hello, friends. Hello. It's so good to see you. Welcome to Heath's Barnside Chat. It is so sunny out. I'm going to try to do this without sunglasses on. I absolutely am loving the sunshine today. Welcome. Wherever in the world you're tuning in from, I hope the sun is shining as bright as it is at Heath's today. We are, of course, live from Happily Ever Esther Farm Sanctuary in Campbellville, Ontario, Canada. Let us know where you are tuning in from below in the comment feeds. Also, would like to wish everybody a happy Martin Luther King Day. That's, of course, we're celebrating Martin Luther King's birthday. And I know it's normally celebrated on January 15th, but it's observed on the third Monday of every January. So happy Martin Luther King Day to everyone. My name, of course, is Derek Walter. You might be new to the page, and if you are, hello and welcome. I'm Derek. I'm Executive Director and one of the founders here at the farm. My goodness, we have got a lot to talk about today. Let's see who we've got in the comment feed. Hello, Kimberly from Vermont. Hello, Barbara from Westchester. Hello to Andrea. My goodness. Oh, there's Elaine and Kramer and Jesus and Joseph. They are out today. And here's BJ and Escalade in the background here. It is a beautiful sunny day. I'm going to come into the shade a little bit so I can see the screen and not have to squint so much. There we are. You can see that the tribute tree has started to be dismantled, and that's okay because it means seasons are changing, and of course it's time to put away the tribute tree. As sad as I am to see some of these traditions go, it's nice to move on because we have got some other exciting things happening around the farm. Okay, let's take a question from the Magic Rainbow Bag. If you have a question that you would like answered during today's live feed or any other Barnside chat for that matter, all you have to do is put your question in the comment feed below, and a kind admin will take those questions and they will forward them to us. We've done a little bit of a change here on the Magic Rainbow Bag. It's no longer a physical, tangible bag, The little printer inside the bag that you've heard me talk about so much that prints out on the little slips of paper. I can no longer get toner for that printer anymore. So we've gone the digital version of the Magic Rainbow bag. So if you have a question that you would like answered below, put it down in the comment feed. And by magic, your question will show up on the screen, like this one, where an admin actually answered the question. Will you have visitation days in the summer? And our kind admin, Christine, said, we will have tours. Make sure you've signed up for the newsletter. So the kind admin, Christine, will not always answer the question. Sometimes they'll put them up on my screen like this. Derek, how much coffee did you have today? Well, actually, I start every morning off with about 3 cups of coffee. I thought last week that I was a little bit under the weather last week. I wasn't feeling so great, so I may have had an extra cup of coffee, which really charged me for the Barnside chat. Next question. Do they all get stuffed animals? That's what Renee wants to know. And Renee is probably referring to this photo here of King Ferdinand with a stuffed animal. And if all of the residents do not get stuffed animals, Renee. We give stuffed animals to single animals, single residents, that's generally who gets them. Sometimes the rabbits get stuffies, but for right now, King Ferdinand has got an amazing big stuffy in his stall. Good question. Next question is what time are normal feeds? So, Hampton, Hamilton, Pigglesworth. What time are normal feeds? So if you ask Captain Dan what time normal feeds are, he would show you a clock that says feed time, feed time, feed time, feed time, feed time, feed time, feed time. But most days in the winter, feed time starts precisely at 7 o'clock. The pigs sometimes start lining up as early as 5 o'clock in the morning, as that can be seen on the security cameras that are across the property. But feed does not actually start until 7 a.m. And then in the afternoon, feed is anytime between 2 and 3:30, depending on how active and vocal the herds are. So, good question. Next question. How old is BJ? BJ Donkey. Oh, there he is. I have to turn the camera a little bit there. He's right there. Let's go ask him. BJ, how old are you? Oh, he says, I'm 15 years old. You didn't know he could talk, but he can. He's 15 years old, and he's been here for 8 years. He's 13 years old. He arrived here when he was 5, and he's been here for 8 years old, and he talks like this. Good question. Next question. What is the first Heath's fundraising project this year? Christine. Um, huh. Christine, are you meaning... So we never stop fundraising at Heath's. We are always trying to gain more monthly donors and one-time donors throughout the year. But what is your first Heath's fundraising project? So the first Heath's fundraising project would have to be the Share the Love campaign, which is the Esther Shares program. And that will be launching in February, and that's where we will raise $25,000 to help fund the Esther Shares program. And that, of course, gives money to sanctuaries that are in financial distress or that have unexpected emergency costs that arise. So that'll be the first fundraising project this year. But maybe also, Christine, maybe you're wondering what like our first project is going to be from since we raised a lot of money during the Holiday Magic fundraiser, maybe like what the first project will be on the farm. Well, security upgrades have already started to happen, and as well as we are starting to design something like this. This is one of the covered hay feeders that we raised money for, and we're just going back and forth with a company that is going to build those and deliver those for us. So hopefully I answered your question. I hope I did. Let's see. Next question. Danny says above seasonal temps equals Crocs with socks. Um, yes, Danny. Last week, there's been a significant change in the weather from last week to this week. That is for sure. Last week was above seasonal temps, and I was sporting some Crocs with socks. But this week, I mean, the temperatures this week have been yo-yoing all over the place, but it's 11, it was minus 11 and minus 15. Just, whoa, there comes some snow off of the roof. It was minus 11 and minus 15 just this past Saturday and Sunday, which was remarkably cold. So a week ago it was so cold, but we are having above seasonal temperatures now, which is actually a good leeway to the sanctuary weather report. The sanctuary weather report is normally spoken by Andrea. Today I will be doing it solo. The weather is definitely above seasonal. It's -1 right now. It's feeling more like -5. And this week it looks like above seasonal temperatures again, all zeros, +3, +3. Not too cold. Just the coldest day is about -4. So that's amazing. Above seasonal temperatures. The residents definitely love above seasonal temperatures. So that's the weather report. Next question. Let's see. How many total critters at Heath's? So there are 75 critters that live here at Heath's. And the number changes here and there as we go along. Last year we had a lot of loss on the sanctuary, but 75 critters is where we are at. How many residents are currently at Heath's? Okay, so two of the same questions from last week. 75 critters. So good question. When does Corno get to meet the new resident turkey? Do they also have a hierarchy? There's another question. Will Ferdinand be able to meet Cornelius? And another question. Are you going to introduce the turkeys to each other? Okay, Audrey, Grace, and Louise. Yes, those Cornelius and Ferdinand will absolutely get a chance to meet each other, and we will let you know how that goes. Ferdinand is quite a lot larger. Um, than Cornelius. So it will be interesting to see how that all pans out. And Ferdinand is certainly a lot quicker than Cornelius and a lot younger. So great question. I thought I had a video to show you of Ferdinand. Oh, I do have a video. We'll get to that, I think. Next question. When do you start printing dedications for posts? And then there's another question about posts. Are you going to video the dedication of posts? That would be sweet. Yeah, that's actually a great idea. And I donated a fence post, I think. And will I get any info on that? So, friends, you're of course talking about the fence post dedication, and the dedications have been collected, and we're sending those off to the printer engraver, and the fence post dedications are going to go straight up the main chute here, and we will let you know as that all unfolds. But please give us time, have a bit of patience with us. It's a busy time of year getting everything all set up, and of course we have to make sure that we're caring for the residents and giving them the world-class individualized care that they deserve. Next question. Love that picture. Who takes your pictures? Christina. Christina, who takes that picture? So some folks at the farm, volunteers, take photos and they submit them. We have an internal sort of break room page that we share resident photos and interactions on. And sometimes those photos get posted. So it depends on which photo you're talking about. But also sometimes staff members, team members take photos. And so it is definitely a group effort, and they all don't just come from one person. Great question. Next question. How long do you leave the luminary lights up? So, of course, you're talking about that luminary field, that beautiful tradition of love and hope and compassion that gets lit up each year as a tradition. So it got left up for a week, and then they took it down just in time before the snow, which was great because getting there are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of feet of lights, and there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stakes in the ground, and of course, the 1,000 dedications and all of the weighted cups that keep everything in place. So, anyways, I'm telling the story way too long. We leave the luminary field up for about a week. Great question. Um. Oh. Hello. Hello. Oh. My goodness. My goodness me. He says, I was not getting enough camera time, and I would like some more camera time. There's Mr. BJ. BJ, of course, is 13 years old. You remember from that question earlier. Okay, let me see if I can get BJ on the camera as well as be in the shade, because I can't see my screen again after moving there. I thought that we would want to get a closer look. There we go. Okay, so let's see if I can find out where we were with the next question. Here we are. Odd, curious question: do Diablo and Angelo get along, or do they hang out with each other? Yeah, they absolutely do get along with each other. But of course, conditions can change, and Angelo is quite a bit younger, so he's a bit more boisterous. Diablo certainly walks around with an agenda and a hot coal at all times, but so far, so good. The friends that are boisterous on this side, Diablo, George, and Angelo, and sometimes they're separated from the main herd just because they are so boisterous. But yeah, absolutely, they do get along. And actually, Diablo's out. Let's go have a peek at Diablo. Diablo! Oh, and there's Mercy. Hello, baby. Let's go up and see Diablo. I saw him. The question was about Diablo. So, oh, there's actually the three boisterous fellows right there that we were talking about. George, Angelo, and Diablo. Hello. Yeah, so there they are. They're actually all together today. So there is video proof that they get along. Aha. Awesome. Uh, okay, good question. Thank you very much, India. There we go. And while we're here, there's a did you know that came across the feed. Did you know that both male and female goats can have beards? Yeah, I did know that. And I also know that the species of humans can also both have beards. Male and females can both have beards. So there you go. Next question in the rainbow bag. How do you decide who will become a resident? Well, it's a process that we're very careful about, not to take on too many residents because, well, if we can't see them all in a day, and we don't have enough funds to care for them all, then there's definitely a problem. So it's a team effort for sure, who we decide that we can take and help. And it's all dependent on the current situation at the farm, how much space we have available for quarantine space, how many current injuries there are on farm, and then, of course, very species specific questions. Because obviously we can help more chickens than we can pigs. The smaller species we're able to house more of for sure. So that is a really great question. It was mentioned several weeks ago that a couple new residents coming, and the quote was, when they were captured, have they made their way to Heaths yet? Great question. Yes, and it was just one capture that we were assisting with. So there must have been some communication breakdown there, but there is one new resident that was captured, and we will be happy. We'll be happy to introduce you to that very special resident um, very soon as time goes along. So there has a new resident. We are constantly evaluating how much space we have and who we're able to help, how many people we're able to help out. So you are correct. There is a new resident, and we will introduce them to you very soon. Oh my gosh, I can't see my screen. It is, which is good because the sun is, I love to see the sun. We did that. We did that. This question says, is Dan comfy? Um, let's go check out. Let's see where Dan is. I was planning to go find Dan, but actually Dan has found us. There he is. Who's another handsome boy? Let me see if I can get over here. Dan, are you comfy? Are you comfy? Oh, she says I am very comfy. Good question. Is Dan comfy? Dan is always comfy. I was going to head on into the barn and see if I could find him. But it's awesome that he has come out here to see us. Hi, big boy. Hi, big boy. Good boy. And we also have Hercules. And we have Mercy. And who's that in the back there? Phoenix! Hi, Jen! So Captain Dan is absolutely comfy. He's always comfy. That's a funny question. I like that one. Good question. Any more questions in the rainbow bag? I think that's it for the rainbow bag questions today. So I'm going to show you a quick video here. And this is for anybody that's donated enrichment items from the Amazon wish list. Thank you so much. Here's a quick video of one of our residents, Ted, enjoying his first tarp. His first tarp. There, I didn't say it very loudly. His first tarp. And for those of you that know, some of our residents here absolutely love to play with tarps. So here is Ted and his tarp. Ted loves his tarp. There's not too many pigs that don't love the tarps. So thank you so much to anybody that donated tarps from the Amazon wish list. That was so very kind of you. And Ted certainly appreciates it. This was something that happened last week during Barnside chat, and I just wanted to give you a little update on where we are. Pumpkin. Whoa, there we are. Pumpkin got released back into general population, and Pumpkin's healing went very well, and as did Pumpkin's integration. So We're super happy about that. And here you can see Pumpkin making a bed, a very nice bed, I might add, right up against Captain Dan. There's not Moby. There's Elaine and Kramer and Jesus and Jerry, and they are out eating some seeds. We throw seeds into the snow for them for enrichment, and they're out there gobbling them all up. And quite often, I see the peacocks perched out on sunny days like today, so I'm actually expecting to see them out a little later. We're in the main Heath's barn. Let's go down the hallway and see what's happening down here. See if there's anybody inside the barn today. We'll just have a quick peek down and see if anybody's here. Oh, Ted! There's Ted and his tarp. That's so funny. Ted, what are you doing, bud? What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? There's Ted and his tarp. That's so funny. Oh, Abigail! Abigail's laying outside. Let's see what she's up to. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, good girl. Abigail's outside laying in the sun. I hear some piggies. Oh, there's Hercules, the biggest pig on the farm. And the biggest pig is right there. There is a big pig. Oh, oh, hi, good boy. Good boy. Yes, he is. Look at those big tusks. Oh, good boy, Hercules. Who's in here? Oh, there's Mama. Mama. Oh, Dan. Dan. Captain. Hi. What is he? Says I come inside to see you. I come inside to see you. My goodness. Isn't Captain Dan so handsome? So there's the two biggest pigs on the farm, Captain Dan and Hercules. My goodness. All right, well, let's see what is left on the storyboard for today. Let's see if I can get a little lower there so we can see Captain Dan's biggest, handsomest face. Good boy. What are you doing today, Captain? What are you doing today? Are you out getting some hay? The pigs have access 100% of the time to hay. There are hay feeders that are out and about in the yard. Of course, they have access to water 100% of the time. And sometimes the caregivers, if the resident is on solo rest, they will get forage boxes and they will get other things that bring them enrichment because outside the pigs are able to get a lot of their own enrichment by searching in the forests and rooting in the ground, and there are bogs, and so they get a lot of their daily enrichment by getting outside. But if there are residents that can't get outside, then we provide them with install enrichment. We got a couple minutes left here on the clock, and I just want to give you a quick update on the maintenance storage facility building. It is going up very nicely. Kevin and I are up on top of this big, huge, I don't know what they call this thing, some sort of a bucket truck, a boom. And I'm just amazed at how high this thing can go. And facilities maintenance has rented this lift to help make putting the building together safe. They can work from this platform safely. Right now we're up about 40 feet in the air, and I'm talking to Kevin about how I'm amazed that you can just rent one of these things. They'll just rent you this thing. I thought it was something that they would not let you rent, but it's here. We rented it, and they're using that to put together the maintenance facility building. And this morning, they were able to deliver like the pros would. They were able to back right up to the maintenance facility building. One of the storage containers is going to be used for feed storage. They backed right up. They used a pallet jack and they unloaded right into the container. We are so stoked about the maintenance storage building and the changes that are going to come to the farm by having that ability. This was a really cute video that happened last week. Our kind volunteers brought a Christmas tree for our bovine friends, and Pouty was very excited about having access to the tree. It was awesome to see him get to be really playful. And Denver watching from afar. He wasn't sure what was going on. But he rolled it all over and he was making lots of grunts and moo noises, and yeah, it was fun. And Denver actually got involved. I think the video is going to carry on and give us a little bit of Denver. Let's see. Well, he rolled that tree around and he had fun with that tree. The goats and sheep really love Christmas trees also. And they nibble on them. And when Christmas trees are not available, we can go into the evergreen forest at the front of the property and cut down branches. Oh, here comes Denver. It's so good to see the residents and get to be themselves here and live a sanctuary life. Make kindness a habit today. Spread love and kindness in every way. Thank you so much, friends, for tuning in. My name's Derek, and we'll see you next week on Barnside Chat. Bye-bye.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.